we're gonna focus today just mostly on double threes and on forward brackets. We'll kind of see what happens from there. Does that sound good? Okay, so do you feel like all warmed up? Okay, so we're gonna start with double threes, just because I feel like you're probably a little bit more comfortable with that, just like knowing, being your coach for a little while. So I want you to start, we're gonna go on 2 feet, I'll show you, but you're gonna go on 2 feet and you're gonna do a single three turn. And then after you're backwards, you're gonna turn back to forwards. So I'm gonna kind of get you to start on the line, and then we're gonna kind of make a bubble up, and then turn twice, and then a bubble back. So I'll show you. So you're gonna start push. Okay, so that's kind of what it's gonna look like. I want you to really think about the rise and fall action in your knee. So you're gonna bend, up, turn, up. Make sense? Okay, go for it. Good. Okay, come on back over. So I'm gonna get you to do that one more time. Your shoulders were just a little bit ahead, so I want you to think about your shoulders being in line with your hips and being in line with your ankles, okay? So your shoulders were kind of just getting a little bit too far ahead, so I'm gonna get you to bring them right back, okay? So I'm gonna show you one more time. So your arms aren't gonna be swinging really at all. They're gonna be pretty stationary with where you are, okay? Nice big blade push. Okay, so one last thing that I want you to think about is keeping your eyes up. Because when you're looking down, you tend to lean forwards, and then you're gonna hit toe picks, and I don't want you to do that and fall down. Make sense? Yeah. Okay, so one last time, and then we're gonna do regular three turns. Push, big blade push, good girl. Awesome, good. All right, that was much better, absolutely perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna do one more progression before we get there. So I'm just gonna get you to do a regular left forward outside three turn. So I'll show you what I'm looking for. Okay, so give that a try. Remember to keep your left arm in front. Okay, so I want you to be, here, come on over here. I want you to be in control of that before you start your next turn. So in order to do that, you're gonna keep that arm checked the entire time. So after you're done the three turn, you should be able to kind of see where your hand is. Okay, can you do one more for me? And check it, check. That was a little bit better, a little bit. Okay, so this time, after you've done that first three, you're gonna pretend you've already done the first three turn. So you're gonna come in on a back inside edge, and you're gonna do another three turn, bring it around. So just think about this, Maddie. So it's like a double three, but you're taking out your first three turns. So pretend this is over. This is what you're doing right now. Okay? So you're gonna be on a back inside edge, so you're gonna be facing the clock. Exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, so remember, after you're done that turn, you're gonna be on a nice back outside edge. So your edge was a little bit flat, so I want you to really make it a nice edge for me. Do you wanna do one more?
Sure.
Perfect, that'd be awesome. Yeah, start backwards. Big edge, all the way back to the line. Good, much better. Okay. That was a lot better. So now we're gonna do the actual double three turn. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like. So just like we talked about before, you're gonna do a big blade push, and then you're gonna do your first turn, your second turn, and you're gonna bring it all the way back to the line. So you're gonna start at the line and end at the line. Make sense? That was a pretty good first one. was a very good try. So we're gonna think about, remember when I told you earlier when you were doing your 3 turn on 2 feet? Remember when I told you about your hand? That you wanna kinda check your arm? So you're gonna be thinking the same thing. You're here, you're gonna check that arm as it comes around. So that's gonna be in front, okay? You are a little bit swimmy. Sound good? Okay, give it another try. That's okay, big blade push, remember. Good, much better. I like how you really persevered and brought it all the way back to the line, even though it was a little bit wobbly on that second one. Okay, this time I'm gonna get you to do it again. And your knee bend was awesome for the second turn, like really great. But the first turn, you were still a little bit on kind of a stiff leg. So I want you to think about, as we did with those 3 turn on 2 feet, you're down, you're up, and then you turn, you're back down, and then you're up again for your second turn, okay? Okay, so give it another try. Good, bend up. Okay, so your free foot is a little bit funky. It's kind of coming in front before your last turn. So you're gonna push, keep it up, and then you can bring it up. If you feel comfortable, you can bring it forward after. If you don't feel comfortable, keep it tight. But remember how we talked about in your last skill about figure form and how your foot's nice and tight? That's what you're gonna try and think about. That foot was a little bit kind of wild, which is throwing you a little bit off balance. Okay, so give it a try, but I really want you to think about that free foot. After your push, it's nice and close. Right in with your heels, okay? Good. That was a little bit better. I can tell you really thought about it, so that was good. I'm gonna get you to think about it. I want you to try it one more time, and then I'll give you another piece of advice, okay? Big blade push. Oh, that was better. Much better. The only thing about that one, you kind of let that hand go just a little bit again. So I want you to really feel that. This hand needs to be there the whole time. Okay, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's here, it's still here, and it's here the whole time, okay? So that's kind of, you know when I tell you to check? That's kind of like your check, okay? Last one, Maddie, all right? Okay, that was getting a lot better. So, a couple things that I want you to think about. First thing is going to be that hand that we just talked about. That left hand is going to stay in front. Second thing is your free leg. So your free leg is going to stay nice and close to your skate, okay? And you can come forward at the end, and you can do a nice blade push at the start. But other than that, it's going to stay nice and close so it doesn't throw off your balance at all. Make sense? Okay. And then, other than that, I just want you to think about your head. Keep your eyes up. Your eyes work pretty good, but sometimes you have a tendency to kind of get a little bit forward, and then you break at your hips, and you don't want to break at your hips. All right? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do are brackets. Sound good? So I'm going to get you to start with a 2-foot bracket. So your bracket's really similar to your 3-turn in the fact that it stays on the same circle. The only difference is with a bracket, you turn to the outside of the circle rather than the inside of the circle. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking for my 2-foot bracket. So it's a really similar concept to what we just did with the 2-foot 3 turns. You're going to think about bending your knees, come up for the turn, and bend your knees back down. Does that make sense? Okay, so give that a try. Good, all the way back to the line. Good girl. So this is similar to the double threes in the fact that it stays on the same circle. But for this one, you obviously have a little bit of a smaller circle because you're just doing 1 turn. But it's still kind of the same idea. All right? So I'm going to get you to do that same thing. But in order to practice for all 4 brackets, I'm going to get you to come from the other side and do the other. So, here. hold your hands for the first one. Sound good? Good push. Good. Awesome. Did that feel pretty good? Okay, so I'm gonna get you to try that one on your own, all right? That was pretty good, Maddie. I want you to think about, so here, we're gonna look down here. Think about a circle, okay? So that's half my circle. I want you to be turning at the top of your circle. So you're gonna come in, up, and then back around. So that's what I kind of want you to think about. Right now, what you did, you kind of turned over here on your circle. So you waited just a little bit too long. Does that make sense? So you're gonna come, and then once you're about here at the top of your circle, you're gonna turn. So try another one of the same. Push, turn down. There you go, all the way around. Good girl. Okay, so that was pretty good. I want you to really think about keeping those arms under control and your back edge really strong. Do one more for me. Oh, that's okay. That's right, that one wasn't quite as good. But for what happened on that one is your body was a little bit too far forward. So you're gonna think about keeping your shoulders over your hips, over your ankles. You have a tendency to kind of stick your bum out and lean a little bit forward. So you're really gonna think about sitting on top, okay? Last one of this one, and then we'll move on to the next one. Better, all the way around. Okay, we will keep working on that edge, okay? So now I'm gonna get you to do outside going the other way. Do you want me to show you one? Okay. That look good? Okay, so I'm gonna do it. Push. Good. That was a nice one. Okay, so I want you to think about all the same things that we just did. And you're gonna do it just in the opposite foot. Good. Okay, so it's totally personal choice what you do with your free leg. I sometimes like to go behind. I've seen other people like to put their foot in front before they turn. So it's totally up to you, but you kind of have to pick which one. So right now your foot's kind of here, so it's either in front or it's behind. I'm gonna recommend that you try it behind. Does that sound good? Can you give that a try? So it'll be behind at the start, you're gonna do the turn, and then it'll be in front. Do you want me to show you, Maddie? You're good? Okay. Yeah, good. Okay, awesome. Now we're gonna spend probably 1 or 2 minutes on inside brackets. So, you want me to show you one before I hold your hands for one? For this, I do recommend putting your foot in front, doing the turn, and then tucking your foot behind, okay? Try on your inside edge. You got this foot. Good girl. Push. Front. Okay, try one on your own. Good. Okay, so we're really going to think about again. Turn at the top of your circle, and then you're going to pull that edge back. Okay? Then you're gonna get a really strong edge on your way back to the line. Do one more, and then we'll switch to the other foot. Pull it all the way back, strong, strong, strong. Okay. So in order to get that edge back, you're gonna pull the shoulder. Pull it back, back, back. Yeah. So it's not gonna go too far back, but you're just gonna be really strong about that shoulder being behind you. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one. Sound good? So that's here. All right, that was pretty good. Show me one. Good. Okay, that one was pretty good. The only thing I want you to think about is you were still a little bit far forward, which is why your toe was scratching. Okay, so we're gonna do one more last one, I promise, of the whole lesson. And that toe, you're gonna keep off of that toe pick. I don't wanna hear that noise, okay? Better, awesome. All right, give me 5. That was a great lesson. So a couple things you're gonna think about for the brackets are you're gonna think about where your free leg is. Is it behind, is it in front? Again, personal choice. I like to do in front on my inside brackets and behind on my outside brackets. And the other thing I want you to think about is keeping your arms under control. So then you can pull that outside edge back. Does that sound good? All right, great job today, kiddo.